Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft. No, wait, it's the Hairy Bash. Whoops. Welcome back to the Hairy Bash. We are going to be casting a game today. It is going to be awesome, and I've lost control of my browsers. I was looking for something, I've lost it. We're doing the Hairy Bash. I'm so confused at the moment. Let's start introducing the players, because at least I can try and do that, right? Where's my thingamabob? Oh, it's over there. I didn't want it to be over there. Anyway, up the top right side of the map, it is Mr. What's his face? He's Mr. Pezz. He is called Best Pinned SCA, but he is also known as Pezz, and we're going to be calling him Pezz because Pezz is pretty awesome. And speaking of awesome, man, he actually went up against Blisk, otherwise known as Kiwi Kaki, in the round of 16 and beat him 2-1. So he's already had a very, very strong challenge in this game so far and managed to come out. So excellent stuff. And maybe I should have got those games as well, but I didn't realize until later on. It's like, wow, you know, Kiwi Kaki got knocked out by Pezz around the 16. It's another one of those things where, yeah. So anyway, that is Pezz. His opponent over on the left hand side of the map is Mr. SLeet. I forgot to introduce Pezz fully. I'm sorry. Pezz is from Australia, plays for Silicon Sports. There you go. Now you know. And Mr. SLeet over on the left-hand side of the map, he is from the United States, plays for Dust Gaming, and defeated the Walrus in the round of 16, 2-0. So, just completely steamrolled ahead. Now, I wanted to say something before I really got stuck into this game. I've just got to find the thingamabob here. So basically, on Wikipedia, they have pages for all the different tournaments. And yeah, for the first Hairy Bash, I set up my own page, and it was a massive pain in the ass. And I did half of the things wrong, but it looked okay to me. And at the end, it's just like, yeah, I'm not doing these for the rest. It's just too much of a pain. So I came back yesterday, because I haven't really been looking at it too much, and somebody has gone through and fixed up my page, first of all the mistakes were in there, filled in all the results, and has filled in the results for all the other Hairy Bash tournaments as well. And there's a few different people who have done this, but there's one person in particular whose name is Inflicted. So the person called Inflicted on Wikipedia, you are an absolute legend, sir, and thank you very much. And there's a whole bunch of other people as well who have jumped onto the Wikipedia pages, updated stuff about the tournament. There's a Hairy Smash page there as well, with details about who's qualified, and he's updated those as well, put those in. I gotta say, thank you very much, dude. You did a much better job than I ever could have, and I really, really, really do appreciate it. There's nothing like looking on Wikipedia and seeing all your tournaments there. It's like, wow, that's awesome. So there we go. Great stuff, and I guess all I have to do now is just cast the damn thing and get those videos out there. So let's start by having a look at the game. So a couple of links did get in from SLeet, got in there, got a bit of a scout. Not really much has been built by Mr. Pezz so far, which really worth seeing, but he's got some very, very nice stuff coming out here. The Overlord does come down. We've got a fast third base, but with this much pressure, if Pezz starts to realize there's a third base down there, that third base is going to be forced to get cancelled. He does not know about it yet, but it's only going to be a matter of time before he scouts that out. I mean, there's only so many places you can build a third base, and SLeet, I'm not sure if he's really got enough forces to see off these guys. So they're just waiting around, but scouting a third base at the moment should be a very, very high priority for Mr. Pezz. Maybe he already scouted this before, and since then, it has actually been built, but I definitely worth scouting it again, considering there is something going down here. There we go. I thought we were already zoomed, but maybe we accidentally went and zoomed in again. The Queen does go... Oh, it doesn't go down. It doesn't quite go down. There's enough Zealots to take care of all these Lings, and there the Queen goes. Zealots need to turn around and start attacking the Lings, though, because, yeah, they're taking quite a bit of hits. The Roach is about to go down, and SLeet building 7 more Roaches. Maybe this is going to be enough to see him off. Maybe not. I'm not really sure, but for now, it looks like Mr. Pezz is going to be falling back, and it's far too late to be destroying this. I think it's got more than enough health left, and so yeah, the opportunity has been lost over there, but regardless, we did have some very, very nice play from Pezz early on, putting some pressure on, but the fact that there are so many Roaches out on the map means he can't just push in with these straight up gateway units. He needs something a little bit heavier. I think that's why he's getting the Robo facility. Get down some couple of Immortals. You wouldn't need more than 2 and 3, and just start going to work. And the question is, what is SLeet going to have to deal with those Immortals when they start showing up? Could be Hydras, could be Mutas. It's got to be something, because yeah, he really needs something at this point. But I think right now he's just focused on getting that third base up and running nice and fully. Worker count wise, Pezz doing a phenomenal amount. SLeet is building 7 workers, so he's starting to catch up. But if you're trying to catch up to a Protoss player on the macro count, then you are already in a bad position. You're basically halfway down, and you need to start getting back up to an even position. And Pezz so far looking very, very good in the game. But I guess if he beat KiwiKaki, it means he's an extremely good player. And SLeet, on the other hand, I mean, we don't know anything about him, so he could be really good. He could be up to the challenge, or he could be just another bump in the road for Pezz to be moving on to the semi-finals. We don't know yet. I'd say so far SLeet has been doing a pretty decent job, but there's a big difference between pretty decent and this guy is quality. This guy is class. This guy is going all the way to the finals, and we'll just have to wait and see to see which sort of category SLeet falls into. Now, he's not going for any sort of different tech options at this point. He's going for a lot of roaches, which doesn't give me much hope, because yeah, he needs something more than roaches to deal with these Immortals once they come out. We got 2 Immortals. Has he seen them? I guess he would have. What is his plan now? Do we have a lair? That's the question. We do have a lair, so that's a good thing. Needs to get either a Hydra den or something. I mean, he's going for a massive amount of roaches at this point. Looking to overwhelm with the amount of roaches here. And I mean, granted, you could possibly do it, but I don't like the fact that he's just going for roaches and that's it. I mean, there are 2 Immortals in there. Immortals are very good at killing roaches. Look at this bloody split here. I think that SLeet is going downhill. I think he needs something else to deal with these Immortals. And the fact that he's not going for it doesn't give me much hope that he's going to be winning this game. He's got a great play here. Very great play, but you put some force fields down, you back up a little bit, you kill the ones that are out of the front. Pezz is not even backing up, which I think is a mistake. He needs to put the force fields down, back up, and then kill whatever chases him. But right now, he's losing so much because he's just letting himself be eaten by this concave. He comes out ahead, but I think he lost way more than he needed to in that case. Just way more. I mean, SLeet may have backed up as well, but if you put the force fields down correctly, then he can't back up half his forces. And here we go. See, all the losses that Pezz is taking are starting to add up. The Immortals is nearly down. His cover is almost completely gone. He's got a decent amount of forces, but damn, Pezz just losing much more than I think he possibly could have right there. I mean, just a little bit better force field placement and pulling back. You don't want to stay down the bottom of the ramp. You want to pull back once you laid the force fields down and then kill the forces that get trapped on your side of the force field. And you basically just lose so much less forces. And he's still going to continue doing this, and he's managed to trap some roaches there, but it's not a full trap. They managed to get around the other side. And he's doing a pretty good job. If he can snipe this base, that's going to be awesome. So far, he's still looking good. He's still looking good. And income-wise, SLeet has got an advantage. He's got that 9 worker push, so he's looking pretty good. But I don't think he's going to try and hit from both sides, but Pezz just sort of pulls off to the right side and says, no, you're not going to be hitting me from both sides. It's not going to happen. And he's forcing him to go through this side, and this is quite a bit of a gap. He needs to be able to push through both sides. And there he goes, coming from both sides. He's not really hitting this side, but he's pushed in really hard from this side, going straight for the Immortal. If he can take out the other Immortal, it's going to be so much more even for SLeet. He's not really going for it. He's pulling back. He's had enough of the pressure for now. And Pezz continuing to push in, continuing to get in. Maybe he should be building a couple more Immortals, because, I mean, SLeet shows no sign of going for anything else other than roaches. So another 2 Immortals would be dynamite for this battle. He's not really going for them. He's basically just going for Stalkers. But there he goes. He's taken the 3rd base out. And SLeet is starting to look like he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. The Immortal is in a bit of danger, but manages to pull back, and SLeet finally gives the GG. So just straight up pressure. And we really, really badly needed to see some Hydras in that game. Just Hydras would have made all the difference. I mean, Immortals are not that good versus Hydras. And Stalkers are just like, nah. They're yeah. A few Hydras would have been so good. Oh, but SLeet did not go for them. He did not go for the Hydras, and I think that was a huge mistake. So right now, Pezz just seems to be a little bit higher up the ladder, and we'll see what happens in game number 2. Where SLeet can he pull back from this? I'm not sure. My bet is going to be on Pezz, but we'll see in just a sec. We'll go on to game number 2, see how it goes. Stay tuned. Alrighty, so getting straight back into it is going to be Pezz up the top right side of the map and Mr. SLeet down the bottom left side of the map. I've pushed it through to the 3-minute mark because, I mean, there's really not much to talk about in this game, and they're really not doing too much crazy stuff at the start of the game anyway. So we've got a pull into hatch build coming out from Mr. SLeet. We've got a gate into fast expansion coming out from Mr. Pezz. And Mr. Pezz, man, he's looked so strong in the previous game. But I really think that SLeet's failure to go for Hydras, to transition out of the Roach play and go into Hydras, was really what sunk him in that game. Because, I mean, he had time to go for Hydras, he just chose not to, and the Hydras were sorely missed on that battlefield. It was a massive amount of Sentry, Stalker, and Immortals. Only a few Immortals, but those Immortals made themselves counted because, yeah, SLeet just had nothing but Roaches. Had a bit of Lings everywhere, but it was just mainly Roaches, and damn, those things went down fast to the Immortals, so that's it. Oh, might get a scout, manages to double back through, gets a little bit of a look, and nothing crazy happening here. Oh, the Ling runs right through the workers, but Pezz chooses not to ambush him on all sides from the workers. So dangerous, you run through the middle and you just select all the workers, A move, anywhere, and they all surround the Ling and just destroy it. But anyway, Mothership Core does take it out. Oh, it's leading the Mothership Core on a merry, merry chase all around, but I don't think this is a chase that the Ling is going to win. There it goes, down it goes, and yeah. I mean, Pezz was nowhere near going for any tech buildings anyway. Although, he's built a Stargate. Where's his Stargate gone? There he is. He's built it over there, which I assume has not been seen, but there's an Overlord coming in. He's just waiting. All he's got to do is push over to here, and then you see the Stargate. He needs to do that extra little bit of a push, though. But he's not doing it, and it's so vital to scout that Stargate as soon as it's coming up. Just scouting it right now would give SLeet such an advantage. There it is. It's finished. He's not scouted it yet. He's not. Look how close this guy is. He needs to scout it. Then he gets some Spore Crawlers out, and he'd be fine. But if he doesn't scout it, he could lose so much while he's just running to get the Spore Crawlers up. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Well, the first Phoenix that comes out is going to kill this Overlord, and then the cat's out of the bag. But man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Here we go. Few Lings coming out, and Pezz not going to let them go through at all. Phoenix comes out, he's like, oh, there's an Overlord there. Time to kill the Overlord. And there we go. Instantly, these guys coming out. Well, not instantly. It was a little bit before, so maybe he saw the Phoenix flying out before it doubled back. And so he's still got the time. It's only really an Oracle you can sort of make do with it, that sort of thing. Like Oracle, you can sort of sneak attack. Phoenix is very hard to sneak attack because you need like 3 or 4 of the bloody things to do any sort of serious damage, and by the time you've got 3 or 4, you're usually flying the first few out to actually kill the Overlords, and yeah, at that point they've been spotted. So quite a few Overlords are getting taken out though, and yeah, SLeet's got to be worried about getting taken out here. A bunch of Lings coming out. We do have a Roach Warren coming down again. We've got a 3rd base coming out. So, yeah, SLeet looks like he's going for the same sort of play here. And Roaches, I mean, against Protoss, Roaches aren't all that well used because Stalkers are great against Roaches and Immortals are obscenely great. And it tends to be a lot of Ling Hydra sort of play. Tends to be pretty good. against Protoss. And I see that a lot in the high-level Masters games, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe SLeet is thinking about going for an even earlier Roach push. He's getting a ton of workers out, though. He's really pushing his macro up. He's got 50, he's getting 17 more. He wants to go absolutely nuts here, and Pezz is just like, you know what, whatever, I'm going to get the Immortal, I'm going to get some Colossus, I'm going to go nuts. And these guys, oh, are they going to get the workers? Are they going to get the workers? Not paying attention, but more workers coming out. Come on, this is your second chance. There we go, taking them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So a whole bunch of workers going down there. Ling's still going nuts, and we do have our Hydralisk Den coming out from Mr. SLeet, so looks like it's going to be a little bit of a different game, this game. He's got a very, very decent worker advantage. He's got Hydras coming out, which are a great anti-Protoss unit, and SLeet is suddenly looking a little bit more scary in this game. He does have Colossus coming out, so Pezz has pushed that extra mile and gone straight for Colossus. So yeah, SLeet may have anticipated Pezz's last game plan, only to fall foul of Pezz's updated game plan this game. We'll see how it goes, though. We will see. Yeah, what happens. We'll see, because now it's basically the same as last game, where he's getting Hydras, and I'm like, oh, come on, dude, come on. Like, last game I was like, come on, get some Hydras, get some Hydras. And now he's got Hydras, I'm like, come on, dude, get a Spire, get some Vipers. You are dealing with Colossus, you need to have these units out here. But I don't know. I think he just needs better scouting, because this robotics bay needs to be scouted. Absolutely 100% needs to be scouted. He's got an Overlord coming on in. It's got speed. Needs to see this robotics facility. It's over there. Needs to push off. Needs to push off and see this robotics bay. Is he going to see it? It looks like he is. There he goes. Sees the Colossus. Sees all that stuff. Give me a Spire. Give me some Vipers. Give me something to deal with these bloody Colossus. You need it right now. He's building 11 more workers, man. This guy is going nuts. But yeah, definitely needs a Spy. It looks like he's going for Vipers in this case. Probably going for Hive after that. Yeah, the Overlord finally getting taken down, but that Overlord definitely paid for itself more than twice over by scouting out that Colossus. And yeah, so got some stuff going on. Pezz going for Void Rays as well, which is very interesting. Not sure what they're going to be used for. They may be countering stuff that hasn't come out yet, like countering Corruptors. He's thinking like 2 steps ahead. Yeah, there's going to be Corruptors coming out, so we're going to counter them. In fact, there's not going to be Corruptors coming out. I think Vipers are probably going to be the way that SLeet goes to counter these Colossus. But he's getting this Swarm Host as well, which is sort of a counter against Colossus, but they more nullify the Colossus, basically. Colossus have to spend all their time dealing with the Locust. But here he goes, going around. Cannon is extremely well protected, and a bunch of Zealots coming around as well. Some Hydras are coming out though, and this is going to start to be a fair amount of damage here. So Hydra's doing a great job, and they're just shredding the Zealots. Meanwhile, this base is going down, and SLeet is going to have to take out this third base if he wants to equalize it. But he's going for the gateways right now, and Pezz has enough time. So SLeet did not take the time he had, did not use it. He killed a gateway, whereas Pezz killed so much more. He killed a hatchery, may have killed workers there as well, I'm not sure. I don't think he did kill the workers, but he killed the hatchery. And yeah, really making a good job of it. And SLeet is behind, I think, in this game. He's got the worker advantage, but army-wise, he's a little bit down. Going for the Swarm Hosts, which are tricky in the best of circumstances. And I don't think I think he's going to have to move fast. Like, plop them down now, send some Locusts out. See if you can push back these guys. See if you can get the defenses going. Is he going to put some force fields down on these guys? I'm not sure. Looks like he's just backing them off, but there are Roaches coming in from the side. He's going to have to back off. The Void Rays are going absolutely ballistic right here. If he gets the Void Rays in with these guys, it is going to be absolute nightmare right here. And there we go. Another wave of Locusts coming down, though. And this is when Pezz starts to lose a decent amount of units if he doesn't start to move. Is taking a fair amount of damage. That Colossus nearly got destroyed, but he's just sort of shrugging it off. I mean, the Locusts are having a real go at his army, but he's just sort of shrugging it off and keeps on moving. It looks like he's going to be pulling out now. He's just seeing a little bit too much. Did not want to get flanked by the next wave of Locusts. That could have been... He could have lost 2 Colossus easily, and then he would have been in a very, very bad situation. Mothership core goes down, but he's doing okay. He's doing alright. Pezz, I think Pezz is still in a pretty good situation, but SLeet, seeing these units off, is not in a bad situation either. Although this, man, oh man, you must have known the Phoenix were in the region. You just saw them at your 4th base. How could you move the workers over? That was a mistake. That was a grievous mistake. Grievous? There's like an I in there somewhere, but I'm not sure how it gets said, so... Anyway, a whole bunch of Void Rays coming out, a whole bunch of Colossus. Is basically the old Protoss Death Ball with some Stalkers mixed in, just for the hell of it. Level 2 weapons? No, we've already got level 2, so this is level 3 weapons. I always get confused because with the Terrans, level 2 is blue and level 3 is red, but always confuses me. So there we go, these guys are getting iced, and now he's going to try and take out this base, but the Swarm hosts are ready and waiting to hit these guys out. So Pezz is just like, you know what? I don't even care, man. You're going to go for ultra defensive units. I am going to go for a 4th base and see how you like them apples. The Colossus doing such a great job though. He's got 6 Colossus. Yeah, 6 Colossus, level 2 weapons. He's got his Phoenix flying around, having a good time. We do have the Hydras as well, backing up the Swarm host, which is a pretty nice combination. Units like Void Ray is really, really good at taking out Swarm hosts, so you do need the Hydras to sort of defend them. And there we go. Looks like a Hive is coming out. And a Spire coming out as well. So maybe Corruptors, maybe Vipers, one or the other. I'd say probably Vipers would be a better option with so many Hydras on the field and with so many Void Rays on the field. Corruptors are just, they're not going to be all that good. They're going to get owned pretty quickly by the Void Rays. So Vipers probably a little bit better, but look at this Pezz pushing in very, very hard. Lifting up a lot of the Queens, taking them out. And the Void Ray is going nuts as well. The Void Ray is going to start to take some serious hits, but the Colossus doing so much damage here. The Swarm Post almost useless in between Locust Swarms. And most of the Hydra is dead by the time the next wave of Locusts manages to get up. So Pezz pushing it nice and hard. Does a very, very nice job there with his Colossus. And it just shows it doesn't matter if your opponent has Swarm Hosts. If you've got enough Colossus and enough other units, you can go in there and you can just own everything. And they did such a good job. I think the Void Ray, the Hydras must have just been attacking the Void Rays the whole time. Because the Colossus never really took that much damage. They're barely scratched, all these Colossus. The Void Rays took the brunt of the damage, I think. And in the end, the Colossus just destroyed everything. So there we go. Great game. And Pezz is moving on forward. Where is he going? He is going to the semi-finals to face off against Wally. And that's going to be an interesting game. Because, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Pezz looks so strong. And Wally is, he hasn't really faced any serious competition yet. He got a free ride to the quarterfinal, and then he beat Dansky, who is good, but I don't know. I would not say that Dansky is anywhere near as good as somebody like Kiwi Cocky, who is an exceptional player and who Pezz beat in the previous game. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Wally faces up to that. Oh man, but game done, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Next quarterfinal coming up is going to be Hearts versus Spear. Spear is actually, he's interesting. It's always interesting when you see South Koreans sort of jumping into the tournaments. You see, yeah, he looks like a pretty good player. So he is a South Korean, and we will see if he starts to own everybody. But yeah, that will be coming up in a few days, and I will see you guys then for some more Hairy Bash. Once again, thank you very much to all those guys on Liquipedia who have been updating and maintaining my tournament pages. I love you guys. You are awesome. And yes, you do have my thanks. Yeah, that sounded a bit contentious, but oh man. Yes, thank you very much. So there we go. I will catch you in a few days with Spear versus Heart. I'll catch you guys then.